Record. Okay, everything should be set up. Hello, this is my mock video of how to solve a two-step equation. So let's first learn about what is a two-step equation. This is an equation that usually has two steps and is usually denoted by x, but it can be any symbol that's denoting the unknown value. A few examples of this would be 4x plus 8 equals 16, 3y minus 6 equals 12, and 5z plus 10 equals 15. In these equations, what we're trying to do is find that unknown variable. So how to do this is that you would isolate the variable onto one side of the equation and move everything else to the opposite side of the equation to figure out what that unknown variable is numerically. So how would we solve this? As I said before, well, as we said before, you're going to move the unknown variable to one side and move everything else to the other side. And how to do this is basically what you're going to do one side of the equation, you're going to do to the other. Think of it like the sides of the equation are two best friends who would always follow each other. So if one of the sides wants to minus 8, you're going to minus 8 on the other side, just to make sure everything's balanced out. And remember that these are two sides of the equations that want to follow each other in life. So let's get into a few examples. The first example we're going to do is 4x plus 8 equals 16. So as we see that there's only the x is on the left side of the equation, we're going to move the 8 to the opposite side of the equation by minusing 8 on both sides. This will automatically remove 8 from the left side of the equation, already isolating the 4x to that side of the equation. And of course, 16 minus 8 equals 8. This will now give us the equation of 4x equals 8. Now that we have all of the constants moved over to one side, we have to get rid of that coefficient 4. And how we're going to do this is, if you look at it, 4x would be 4 times x, meaning that to get rid of that 4, we're going to divide each side of the equation by 4. That would get rid of the 4 times the x, and that will subsequently give us 8 divided by 4, which equals 2. Our equation would then be x equals 2, which would be our final equation, or our final value of x. Another example would be 3x minus 6 equals 12. So we're going to add 6 to both sides of the equation, because remember, what you're going to do to one side of the equation, you're always going to do to the other, to cancel out that negative 6, which will be 12 plus 6 equals 18 to get you what's on the right side of the equation, which your equation will now look like 3x equals 18. Again, 3x is just 3 times x. So to get rid of that 3x, we're going to divide each side by 3. That would get rid of the 3 on the left side, isolating x. And 18 divided by 3 would equal 6, giving our final equation as x equals 6, which is also our final value. So let's head on to our last example, which is 5x plus 10 equals 15. And I'm going to give you a little time to complete this by yourself. See if you can figure it out on your own. Anyone from the peanut gallery want to answer the equation?
I have to do it first. Thank you.
Yes.
Professor Kara, is it x equals 1?
Yes, good job. So I'll show you how I would have gotten to that solution. First, I would have moved 10 to the opposite side, to the right side of the equation by minusing 10 on both sides. That would subsequently remove 10 from the left side of the equation and leave us with 15 minus 10 to equal 5. That would give us the new equation of 5x equals 5. Again, 5x would equal 5 times x. You would divide by 5 to get rid of the 5 on the left side of the equation. That also is going to get us 5 divided by 5, and a number divided by itself always equals 1, which would give us our final answer of x, or our final equation of x equals 1, which would be our final value. So I hope this helped, and yeah. This has been great, everyone.